Hello there guys, it's Gemsies, and in this video I'm going to be reminiscing about my first pregnancy with my son. This video is the first half of the second trimester. So where we left off was at the 13-week scan, and that was very awesome. That was exciting, of course, seeing a fully formed little person in there, and he was perfect. Of course, we didn't know the gender or anything at that point. All we knew is that he was growing very well and he was healthy in there. He was actually growing very well. He was kind of almost 2 weeks bigger than where he should be on average by size. So the ultrasound, the estimated due date for the ultrasound was a bit earlier than the estimated due date from your period, your cycles. So yeah, I think it was the 16th of December 2013 that the ultrasound put him at, and by my cycles it was the 27th of December. So yeah, very exciting, and it was really awesome reaching the second trimester because firstly, all those first trimester symptoms are gone, for me anyway. So the morning sickness and all that left well ages ago, around about 8 or 9 weeks anyway, but that was definitely well and truly gone. And also kind of the fear of miscarriage is put at rest once you kind of reach like 12-14 weeks. The risk of miscarriage significantly drops. It's almost not impossible, but it's highly unlikely to miscarry past that point. So that was a bit of a celebration, because I have polycystic ovaries. I'm not going to get into that, but basically, yeah, it can be hard to even conceive with polycystic ovaries. So I'm very blessed and I'm very lucky that mine haven't caused me too much problems or anything. Anyway, I digress. Second trimester was awesome. I got my energy back. I got my second wave, if you will, because while I still did have a bit of baby brain, it wasn't so bad. I wasn't all airy-fairy at work, and my workmates mentioned this. They're like, oh, it's so great that you're back. I'm like, what? Because you were a bit off with the fairies before. So, yeah. Because I had to tell them. I didn't want to tell extended people, if that makes sense. I only wanted to tell immediate family until we got past that first scan at 13 weeks, but I was just quite ill and just not performing very well at work, so I did have to tell them, and they were very supportive, as I mentioned in the last vlog. But anyway, they were just like, yeah, glad that we have you back, because you're a bit away with the fairies before. Hey, so yeah. And around about 17-18 weeks, I started to feel the little flutters. I didn't know what it was at first. I just thought it was like, intestinal things and the intestine shifting and a bit of gas and that kind of thing, which is all common in pregnancy. But I mentioned it to my mum and described it as being like flutters, like butterflies, like gas. And she said, oh, it's probably the baby moving. It's the quickening. So I was very excited, and every little flutter I was like, oh. But of course, my partner couldn't feel it yet, so he's a little bit like, oh, I can't wait for my turn to feel it. But yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, it does feel like butterflies or little flutters, or like popcorn popping off, or like someone is blowing a straw, a straw through, blowing through a straw into a glass, like that. So that's what it feels like. It's really weird, but very cool, very cool. So that was around 17-18 weeks, and it was very, very cool. I started to show, all right, around that time as well. I got a little pouch, little bump. At that stage, I wasn't skinny. At that stage, I was a touch overweight. I looked kind of like this. So this is what I looked like a few months before I fell pregnant. As you can see, a touch chubby, but not overweight like I am now post-pregnancy. And I had a little pouch. And yeah, so it was kind of like is it just fat and being overweight, or is it pregnant? Is it a pregnant belly? So for people that wouldn't know that I was pregnant, they probably thought it was just, that I was a bit overweight, probably. But I did not care because I knew what it was. So I was flaunting that bump like there was no tomorrow. I wore very tight shirts and things, showing off my little tiny belly, my little tiny pregnant bump, because I was really proud of it and I wanted to show it off as much as possible because you don't have that bump forever, although you have a bit of a bump afterwards. But yeah, so the second trimester was really, really good to me. Got my energy back and all that exciting stuff started to show. So at this stage I was just waiting to get bigger pretty much. Yeah, so it was great. Alright, so I'll end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit subscribe for more videos and follow me on this reminiscing of my first pregnancy journey, and check out how my second pregnancy went, because at this stage of filming I've had 2 children, and yeah, and I filmed vlogs for her, but I didn't film vlogs for my son because I wasn't really doing YouTube or anything back then. So yeah, please hit subscribe, please check out my videos, check out my channel. If you want to follow me on the Facebook and the Twitter, go ahead, that'd be awesome. I'd love to connect with people. The whole purpose of this channel is for me to build a little community of sorts and to help people if I can. Yeah, pretty much. I love to connect with people, so feel free, subscribe, comment, whatever, and I'd like to talk to you, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye. Take care.